Hi everyone, and in today's video we will be covering the chapter 1 of your book Fundamentals of Human Geography of class 12, and this video is going to be divided into parts covering each and every topic of the book. Now we're going to go through the NCRT because NCRT is very important, so I want you to understand each and every line and word. In class 11 we have studied about the geography. If you remember the very first chapter, there was a full page dedicated to the branches of geography. Somewhat it's related here as well. Now when I talk about geography, so geography is an integrative subject. What do we mean by integrative? It means that it connects different subjects. It's empirical and it's practical. Empirical means that it's based on the observations in the real world data, and practical, that is, you can apply it to solve real problems. So let me give an example. A geographer, he wants to study climate. Now climate is a part of science, okay? Climate is going to affect the population, so population will be the part of social science. Then what he's going to do, he's going to use the data from the weather stations, from the satellites. Now this is the part of empirical. Okay, because empirical means that here you are using the data or the observations, and then you are using all this data to plan disaster management, which is practical. So you see how is geography, how it is there. Now geography, it also covers a wide range of topics, a wide range of phenomena, and these phenomena, it varies over space, it varies over time, okay, and it can deal anything and everything which changes across space and time, like migration of people, okay, like the spread of diseases, for example COVID-19, like the rise of urban areas. So all of these are the examples which can be studied geographically. Then, how do you see the Earth's surface? Do you realize that the Earth comprises two major components? So the Earth's surface includes two major components. So one is physical environment, physical things like the mountains, the river, which are all part of the nature. And then there are living beings like humans, animals and plants. So Himalayas is the part of nature, while cities like Delhi, it is a part of the human made. Okay. Now here they are asking you to observe and differentiate between the natural and human made features. For example, when I talk about physical, so physical is your trees, rivers and soil. And when we talk about human components, so there are your roads, buildings, vehicles. Now here comes an important part that you need to understand. Physical geography. Physical geography, which focuses on the natural aspects like landforms, climate. So this physical geography, which is focused on natural aspects, it is studying the physical environment as well as so physical geography, it's studying physical environment, and then you have human geography. Human geography, it studies how the human interact with nature, how the activities of the people, they are spread out across space, and why the places differ. So physical geography is just focused on the physical environment, and human geography is studying the relationship between the physical, and that is the interaction between the physical and the human worlds, the spatial distributions of human phenomena, how they differ. Now, physical geography, for example, is the study of thought disorder. So what will human geography be concerned of? The interaction, like why people settle around rivers, why income varies between urban and rural areas. Now, geography, it mainly focuses on Earth as our home, okay, and it is studying all the natural and the man-made elements which support human life. Climate, soil, water, vegetation, all of these, they are studied to see how they help people live and grow. Okay, so this is the main core concern of geography, wherein it is studying that the Earth is supporting human life. Okay, what all elements are there? So now, the emphasis or the subject focus on both the natural world as well as the human world, especially how they interact. Now, the thing is that geography, it also went through a debate as in, should it make general laws or theories like science does, or should it just describe the unique features of places? This is something very important, and usually we get confused. So this is nomothetic and ideographic. The debate was that should geography make general laws or theories? So lawmaking and theorizing, that is something what science does, or should it just describe or be descriptive of the unique features of places? Nomothetic is generalizing or theories, like the law of population density. So nomothetic is lawmaking or theorizing. Descriptive or ideographic is the detailed study of a particular village. So it is going to be detailed study. I hope the basic difference between nomothetic and ideographic is clear, and that is it what you need to understand here. So this was one debate. The another debate was that should geography focus on regions? That is, it should be regional or systematic. Study the themes across regions. So regional, for example, the geography of Rajasthan. And when I'm talking about systematic, so it is the study of climate across the world. So should it study the themes across regions, that is systematic, or should it study the particular region? Now, whether this geographical phenomena should be interpreted theoretically or through the institutional approach. So should we understand geography by the theories, by the models, or should we go and we inquire about the historical and institutional background? When I'm talking about historical and institutional background, I'm talking about the social, political, as well as economic background. When I'm talking about theory, so theory is, for example, there is a central place theory, and this theory explains the city distribution. So should geography study that, or should we understand geography through that? And when I'm talking about the historic institutional, so there is basically how the British colonialism shaped Indian agriculture. Now, all of these debates, they are useful, but in the end, physical and human geography are deeply linked and they should be studied together. So here you're able to see the dichotomy which is there, but it is not very valid because they're inseparable and they should be studied holistically. Let me give you an example for this. Now, a flood, which is natural, it is definitely going to affect the human settlement, which is your human. So now these both must be studied together now. So this is the thing they're talking about. And then here it will be very interesting for you to note that these phenomena which are described in certain metaphors, like we always say the face of the earth or the eye of the storm, mouth of the river, right? Similarly, the regions are described as organisms, the rail and roadways are described as arteries of circulation. So this is showing the interlinking nature of both the physical geography as well as human geography. Now, let us quickly revise what all we have studied here. So, geography, it is integrative, it is empirical and practical. Then there are two major components, nature and human life, physical and human life. When I'm talking about physical geography, it is the study of natural features. When I'm talking about human geography, it is study of people and their relationship with environment. Okay, I am just going to note it here for you all to summarize it. Now, geography, it is integrative, empirical and practical. We studied two main components, that is your physical geography and human geography. Physical geography consists of the natural forces, human geography consists of the relationship with the environment of the human beings. Relationship with natural environment. Okay, then we are studying the dualism. Dualism is basically the geography, although it's split into different views, but we should study it holistically. Okay, so this division or this dichotomy between physical geography and human geography, and we should study dualism, we should study it in a holistically manner. This is the dual nature of geography. Dual nature is also represented by its, like, should we study it in a nomothetic or ideographic way. So we discussed about nomothetic as well and ideographic as well. Nomothetic is law making or theorizing general laws and theories. Ideographic is description of the unique places, for example the case study of a village. Nomothetic, for example, the population patterns. Then we studied about the regional versus systematic debate, wherein should the geography be studied by area or by the theme. And then we had gone to the third debate, which was the theoretical or historic institutional. This was the third debate that we studied, wherein whether it should be based on models or on historical or social context. And holistic approach that we should study both the physical and human geography together. Okay, like earthquake, which is natural but its effect on people is human. That is the thing. Now we will move to this box, because this box is also very important. MCQ questions can come from here. Human geography is the synthetic study of relationship between human societies and Earth's surface. This definition was given by Redzel. Let's try to understand this. Now, synthetic, it means combining different parts to make a whole. Okay, synthetic means combining different parts to make a whole. For example, the different pieces of pizza make the pizza as a whole. Just an example. So Redzel defines human geography as a subject that brings together different elements, human activities, the societies, the natural environment, and it is studying their relationship. Example, studying how people build homes in hill regions. Here we are studying about the natural environment as well as the society, or how farming depends on the type of soil and climate. So the key idea is synthesis, that we're combining the nature and human life. Okay, the word synthesis or integration of human and physical elements is the focus of Retzel's view. The second definition is human geography is the study of changing relationship between the unresting man and unstable earth. So what does unresting man refer to? It is that human beings are always changing through new technology, through new settlements, through migration. Stable earth is that earth is also changing. There are sometimes floods, earthquakes, climate. So human geography, it studies this ever-changing relationship. Okay, so now when there is an earthquake, it is the unstable earth. Then humans rebuild, then that is the unresting man, or how the cities adapt to climate change. So the key idea here is dynamism. Dynamism, that is the constant change. Now, the main point in Ellen C. Semple view is that the relationship between humans and the earth is never fixed and it keeps on revolving. The third definition is given by Paul Vidal de la Blache. I don't know how I pronounce it correctly, but yeah. Now, conception resulting from a more synthetic knowledge of the physical laws governing our earth and of the relationships between the living beings which inhabit it. Now, he talks about a deeper understanding or conception which combines the natural laws of earth like the gravity, climate, water cycle, and how our living beings, not just humans, interact with them. So knowing how rivers shape land, which is the natural law, and how humans use rivers for agriculture and transport, which is a relationship. So here the key idea is synthesis as well as a deeper understanding of nature and life. Human geography gives us a fresh and deeper way to understand how humans and the earth are connected, not just in one way but through many forms of interaction. So we have studied about three people here who have given their own definition: Retzel, Ellen C. Semple, and Paul Vidal de la Blache. According to Retzel, synthetic study of human societies and Earth's surface. You are studying here synthesis, which means integration. Okay, combining parts into whole. So here, what are we doing? The human settlements, they are combining the landforms, all of these things which we have already discussed. Ellen C. Semple, according to him, we have studied the changing relationship between unresting man and unstable earth, so dynamism. And Paul Vidal de la Blache, understanding from synthetic knowledge of earth's laws and life's interaction. So in conclusion, we can say that human geography offers a new way to look at the earth-human relationship. That was all for this video. In the next video, we'll be covering the nature of human geography. Thank you.